Hi everyone, welcome to the Tnt Groom Kit overview. Today, we'll explore the Tnt Groom node. Tnt Groom lets you create natural-looking hair procedurally using guides, attribute maps, and a powerful set of built-in and custom tools. To find the Tnt Groom node, simply by pressing the Tab key, and you can select the Tnt Groom node from the list. It's recommended to rename the node to something specific to the groom you're creating, like head groom. Remember, these groom object names are crucial because exporting USDs based on groom node name. First things first, we need to set the source paths for our character's skin and guides in the groom parameters. Make sure to enable Shade Open Curves in Viewport to see the width of the guides clearly. Now, let's take a closer look at the Tnt Groom network. You'll see a well-organized layout with colorful sections representing different stages of the grooming process. The green and yellow zones at the very top skin and guide inputs, respectively. The first step involves selecting the specific guide type you want to focus on, for instance, head_guides. To initiate the groom generation process, we'll need to create several maps based on references and requirements. These maps will typically define the distribution of big, medium, and small clumps, as well as hair generation. These maps are created within this zone whenever needed. To achieve a natural and realistic look, it's important to follow a specific order. We'll start with large clumps, followed by medium and small clumps, before finally generating the hair itself. The Tnt Groom comes with a variety of built-in and custom nodes specifically designed for each stage of the clump and groom creation process. This overview video will provide a general introduction, but we'll dive deeper into the functionalities of each node in a separate video series. For each clump type, you'll need to adjust its density and variations using various maps like masks, density maps for the clumps, and additional maps for procedural nodes like curl, noise, and clumping regions. Always refer to your reference images while making these adjustments. Let's take a closer look at one of the clump guide sections. Here, you'll find the hair generation node, which allows you to use a mask to target specific areas and set the desired hair count. Additionally, the custom density multiplier node provides control over hair density based on a map, enabling you to either remove or preserve hair in certain areas. Moving on, the custom hair interpolation node interpolates the generated hair based on the guide inputs. Finally, the color visualizer and width tool let you add color variations and adjust hair width for a more natural look. On top of that, you can add any additional properties you need to manipulate the clump guides according to your specific requirements. The Groom Pushout section is optional, but it allows you to push outwards any guides that are currently inside the character's skin surface. Clump IDs are created. These attributes will come in useful later in the process. The clump creation stage is complete and ready for the next step. The same workflow applies to creating mid-clumps, small clumps, and finally, the hair itself. Each stage utilizes similar nodes and techniques to achieve the desired level of detail and realism. Once you've completed the groom creation process, you'll encounter the flyaway zone. This section allows you to introduce flyaway hairs by selecting a percentage of existing hairs and manipulating them using guide process nodes like noise and frizz. Similar to the previous sections, you can enable the push-out option here to push the groomed hair onto the character's surface. Additionally, clump IDs are then transferred from the clump outputs to the groom. In the resample section, you can set the final resample segment amount. Afterward, Clean up any unnecessary attributes using the Clean node and add any essential ones. Finally, a group nodes assign proper names to the groom based on the object groom name. And there you have it. Your groom is now ready for export. Thanks for watching. Happy grooming!